But it's funny whenever I see this show, the David Letterman show, which I was addicted to back in the US. He does a new show now on Netflix called as My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. But then he actually goes on to introduce him for the next 5 minutes. So I don't understand. अगला आदमी जो है इसको कोई इंट्रोडक्शन नहीं चाहिए, फिर भी हम लोग बोलते हैं 5-6 मिनट उसके बारे में. तो thank you for that. Really, really kind of you to say good things about us. But I have to tell you something. I've rarely seen a tech leader. I've rarely ever seen a tech leader who can so easily, because before we walked in here into this room, we were chatting in a smaller room, in a smaller gathering. And Nivriti was talking about Ranj, Khugar and Mirza Ghalib. For those of you who are not aware of what Ranj, Khugar or Mirza Ghalib is, she was talking about existential angst and existential despair. There she was talking about Mirza Ghalib, and now here she's talking about AR, VR, and all the cool fancy stuff that Intel does. So I've rarely seen a business leader, Nivriti, who can transition, who can transcend barriers from Mirza Ghalib all the way to technology on this side. So my compliments to you, my compliments to your entire family of Intel. Raja Garu, in fact, we were supposed to meet a couple of years back. Raja Koduri and our team was supposed to meet 2 years back when he was with AMD. But it so happened that we crossed our paths. He came to India and I went to US, to his office in the US. For Raja, for those of you who are not familiar with him, firstly he's the man, like Nivriti said, who drove all the SFX in Bahubali. And he's also, in fact, for those of you who may not be aware, he's also, I've just realized and I was just informed, first cousin of SS Rajamouli Garu. So he's the man behind Bahubali and everything that you've seen in that fancy movie. And Raja, welcome to Hyderabad. And I hope you spend more time here than you spend in Bangalore next time. And like it was pointed out, you may have started in Bangalore 20 years ago. Intel may have started out in Bangalore 20 years ago. But I do hope, Der aaye par durast aaye wala halchal, where Hyderabad has come a bit late onto the scene, but I'm sure we'll definitely surpass your expectation. Like you said, we won't be another Pune. We'll probably outpass and outdo Bangalore pretty soon. And as you wished and hoped, Raja, hopefully we'll do our XS computer also, India's first, from right here. And what do I say about Jayesh Ranjan? A lot of people, Jayesh Ranjan is our IT secretary. A lot of people, wherever I go, tell me they have AR and VR, and I tell them I have a JR. That is Jayesh Ranjan. So he's the man. I do the talking, he does all the work. So therefore, we are a good team. That's how teams are supposed to work. कोई एक को बात करना चाहिए, किसी और को काम करना चाहिए. That's how we work, Nivriti. So thank you very much, Jayesh, and for all your efforts. And to the family of Intel, all I would say is, you've made the right choice. You've chosen Hyderabad. So I don't have to hard sell Hyderabad to you. But I got to tell you a few things though that are on my plate. Hyderabad in the last 5+ years especially, ever since the formation of Telangana, has emerged and has been leading India in terms of attracting marquee names into our city, into our country. In the last few years, we have had some significant investments coming from industry majors such as Google, Apple, Microsoft, Salesforce, Qualcomm, Micron, Amazon, Uber, Oppo, OnePlus, and now, of course, Intel. Delighted that the space is growing, delighted that we are doing more and more of this. And we're also excited that we are not just a services destination anymore. We're kicked about the fact that Intel, in fact, considers us, a center where you have quality human resources which can engage in VLSI, which can engage in product innovation, which can build India's first XS computer, etc. We also believe that ecosystem is important, like Jayesh pointed out. Unless you have more and more, more of the missing pieces of the puzzle falling into place, and with the help of IIT, IIT, and other industry leaders, Mohan Reddy Garu is here, and we also have a lot of leaders from our own ecosystem, T-Hub, V-Hub, and others. All of us working together is how we will be able to ensure that Hyderabad will continue to grow and we'll continue to innovate as well. We also wanted to point out a few things though. In fact, besides what we already have, we're launching something extremely interesting. Of course, services, product, the tech startup scene, all of this is good. But we also ought to be looking at the bigger piece which is electronics manufacturing. In fact, electronics manufacturing is something that we are now focused and now leveraging on the software ecosystem. We are aiming to create a sustainable and well-entrenched ecosystem for electronics and semiconductor R&D and manufacturing companies as well. In the last 5 years, we've been able to create more than 30,000 employment in electronics manufacturing directly. But with more than enough electronics manufacturers now, looking forward to making India the base, we are wanting to grow and we are wanting to grow aggressively. 2 days ago, we have had a company from China called Skyworth who had come in and who had promised to set up an industrial park in about 50 acres and with an investment of more than $100 million. We believe this is just the beginning. Our aim is to create more than 300,000 jobs, more than 3 lakh jobs in the next 4 years in electronics manufacturing sector alone. And I do hope and request both Raja and Nivriti to support us in terms of enabling your suppliers, your vendors, your partners to work with us, whether they are from China, whether they are from Taiwan, whether they are from other parts of the world. We are also proud to be launching India's first prototyping facility called as the T-Works, which is very, very close to here. And it will be coming up in the next 3 to 4 months. And this will help us basically ensure, we give a platform to the designers, to the entrepreneurs and startups in electronics and hardware prototyping and mechanical and design space. In future, we believe that most of the R&D companies that are based in Hyderabad will also look at Hyderabad and Telangana for manufacturing, either it is electronics, components, or even semiconductors. I know Intel has no immediate plans for manufacturing here, but I do hope down the road at some point, during the next few years, you will start looking at India with a great deal of intent for manufacturing as well. So we want to be ready to lap up that opportunity as well. History of Silicon Valley, and I'm sure Raja can vouch for this as well, was a combination of electronics R&D and electronics manufacturing. And that is exactly what we want to simulate, what we want to recreate in our own city of Hyderabad. And new cities that have come up in the last 20 years, right in front of our eyes, like Shenzhen, are a great deal of source of inspiration for us. Government of Telangana also intends to create long-term and fruitful association with Intel. As part of that, we would like to partner with you in your growth story, in your progress in India. We really appreciate your ongoing partnership with our initiative called as TASK. TASK is our initiative on skilling, and I'm glad that Intel is already partnering with TASK. I'm also told that Intel team will be conducting a Train the Trainer program on blockchain technology, and I'm delighted with this initiative as well. I also believe we can do more. We have V-Hub, the Women Entrepreneurs Hub, which again being one of the rare India women technology leaders, Nivriti, I think with your guidance and with your support, we certainly can help V-Hub and many young women entrepreneurs from Hyderabad do more. But I'm a very greedy person, and I want Intel and Telangana to do more. One of the things I believe we can do together. I know Intel runs a very highly successful program, the Intel India Maker Lab. Now, which is a startup incubation program to support hardware and system startups. This is right now run in Bangalore is what I am told. But my request is with T-Works coming up in the next 4 to 5 months, this could be an opportune time for us to consider partnering and developing a nice ecosystem here along with Intel, and we can do that together and we can launch it. And I'm sure I'll invite you back so that, when the T-Works is launched, so that you get a first-hand experience of what it is that we're looking to build. Likewise, we also have, in the last 5 years, built India's most vibrant and integrated innovation ecosystem, say in the form of T-Hub, now with T-Works and V-Hub. We also have what is called as RICH, the Research and Innovation Circle of Hyderabad, which again tries to connect the dots between industry, between academia, and between what is really required from our ecosystem. With this again, I urge you to possibly start working with us on taking our ecosystem to the next level. I have more to ask, but I'll save that for later. But I'll just conclude by saying one thing. Not just Intel, but we have many other information technology companies which are also in active discussions, active engagements with us. In the last 5 years, Hyderabad's growth story has been phenomenal. We've surpassed, in fact, to rub salt into those of you who are here from Bangalore. Let me rub it in a bit. In the last 2 quarters, we've surpassed office space on the office space absorption index. We have outdone Bangalore, we've surpassed Bangalore, and I hope we'll continue to do that. But more importantly, we are not just interested in being a services destination. We're not just keen on being the back office for the world. We're keen on occupying, the top space on the innovation index. We are keen on making sure that the electronics manufacturing piece, the semiconductor, or the other manufacturing piece within information technology industry is also looked at, and in that space, Hyderabad shall be looked at as a destination with a great deal of potential. So good luck to Team Intel, good luck to the family of Intel in Hyderabad. I hope you continue to grow and prosper. Thank you very much for this opportunity given to me to speak here, to address you all. Thanks.
Subscribe us and press the bell icon for more interesting updates.